Forget everything you thought you knew about the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Was this iconic dinosaur truly the ultimate hunter, or did it mostly feast on the leftovers of others? We're diving deep into the scientific evidence to finally settle the legendary debate. Was the T-Rex a terrifying predator or a glorified vulture? For over a century, the T-Rex has stomped through our imaginations as the undisputed king of the dinosaurs. We've seen it in movies, books, and museums, always portrayed as a ferocious hunter, chasing down prey with its massive legs and crushing them with its bone-shattering jaws. But in the world of paleontology, a fascinating question has been debated for decades. What if this apex predator wasn't really a predator at all? What if it was just a giant scavenger? This idea was famously championed by paleontologist Jack Horner. He painted a very different picture of T-Rex. Instead of a swift hunter, he proposed a slow, lumbering giant that was better suited to finding carcasses than chasing down live animals. Let's look at the evidence for this scavenger theory, because some of it is pretty compelling. First, let's talk about those tiny arms. They're almost comically small compared to its enormous body. Critics of the predator theory argue that these arms would have been useless in a real fight. They couldn't grapple with struggling prey, and they couldn't even reach its own mouth. If a T-Rex fell over during a high-speed chase, those little arms wouldn't have been strong enough to help it get back up. A fall at that size could have been a death sentence. Then there's the sense of smell. By studying the T-Rex's skull, scientists discovered it had enormous olfactory bulbs. This means it likely had an incredible sense of smell, far better than most other dinosaurs. This is a classic trait of modern scavengers, like vultures, who can smell a decaying carcass from miles away. A powerful nose would be perfect for locating a free meal that was already dead, saving T-Rex the energy and risk of a hunt. And what about its speed? While movies show T-Rex chasing down jeeps, the reality might have been a bit slower. Biomechanical models suggest that T-Rex wasn't a sprinter. Its massive legs were built more for walking long distances than for explosive bursts of speed. It was probably slower than many of the herbivorous dinosaurs in its environment, like the hadrosaurs. If you can't outrun your dinner, hunting becomes a lot harder. So, tiny arms, a great sense of smell, and a less than athletic build. The case for T-Rex, the scavenger, seems pretty strong, right? It could have just used its intimidating size to scare smaller predators away from their kills, just like a giant bully on the prehistoric playground. But hold on, before we dethrone the king, let's look at the other side of the story. The evidence for T-Rex, the predator, is equally, if not more, convincing. And it starts with those infamous teeth and that terrifying bite. T-Rex didn't just have big teeth, it had the most powerful bite force of any land animal that has ever lived. We're talking about a force of over 8,000 pounds per square inch. That's enough to crush a car. These teeth weren't just sharp, they were thick and robust, like giant railroad spikes. They were perfect for puncturing bone. Why would a scavenger need the ability to pulverize bone? Scavengers typically eat soft tissue. This incredible bite force strongly suggests that T-Rex was built to take down large, struggling animals and crush through their skeletons, and we have the fossil evidence to prove it. Paleontologists have found Triceratops and Edmontosaurus fossils with healed bite marks that perfectly match the teeth of a T-Rex. A healed bite mark is the smoking gun of predation. It means a T-Rex attacked a living animal, the animal survived the encounter, and its bones healed. A scavenger doesn't bite a living animal. This is undeniable proof that T-Rex was actively hunting. We've even found a T-Rex tooth embedded in the tail vertebrae of an Edmontosaurus, with the bone healed around the tooth. The hunter left its weapon at the scene of the crime. Now let's revisit some of the scavenger arguments. What about those eyes? Unlike many dinosaurs whose eyes were on the sides of their heads, T-Rex had forward-facing eyes. This gave it excellent binocular vision, just like modern predators such as eagles and lions. This depth perception is crucial for judging distances to moving prey, something a pure scavenger wouldn't necessarily need. It was built to lock onto a target and pursue it. And the brain. The T-Rex had a relatively large brain for a dinosaur of its size, with well-developed regions for sight and smell. This combination suggests a complex animal capable of sophisticated behaviors, including hunting strategies. It wasn't just a walking nose. It was a thinking hunter. So, what's the final verdict? Was T-Rex a fearsome predator or a giant scavenger? The truth, as is often the case in science, is probably somewhere in the middle. T-Rex was most likely an opportunistic carnivore, a bit like a modern grizzly bear or a lion. It was more than capable of hunting and killing its own food, and the fossil record clearly shows that it did. The healed bite marks are undeniable proof. It was an active, fearsome predator at the top of its food chain. However, no smart predator would ever pass up a free meal. If a T-Rex stumbled upon a fresh carcass, it certainly wouldn't turn up its nose. Why risk injury and expend massive amounts of energy on a hunt when a perfectly good meal is just lying there? Its size would have allowed it to easily intimidate any smaller carnivores and claim the carcass for itself. Its powerful sense of smell would have been just as useful for finding a dead animal as for tracking a live one. So, the debate isn't really an either-or question. T-Rex wasn't just a predator, and it wasn't just a scavenger. It was both. It was the ultimate survivor, a master of its environment that took advantage of every opportunity. It had the tools to hunt, the senses to scavenge, and the intelligence to choose the easiest option. This doesn't make T-Rex any less terrifying. In fact, it makes it even more impressive. It was an adaptable, dominant force that ruled its world through both might and opportunism. The King of the Dinosaurs keeps his crown, not just as a hunter, but as the ultimate opportunist. This complex picture is far more interesting than the one-dimensional monster we see in the movies. It shows us a real animal, perfectly adapted to its world in every way. What do you think? Do you lean more towards the predator or scavenger side of the argument? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of dinosaurs, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories from the prehistoric world. See you next time.